Hello and welcome to Aurelian University. In this video we're going to talk about case, grammatical case. So what it is, and we'll give a couple of examples. So grammatical relationships between substantives is usually how we would talk about case. Substantives are usually nouns or adjectives. Some common cases are nominative, genitive, and ergative. Usually nominative and ergative don't occur in the same language, but they're both somewhat common cases. They may be fused to other characteristics. So if you look for a case ending, it might give more information than just the case. That's pretty common in a lot of languages. But the grammatical relationship between substantives, that's a part that sometimes confuses people. So if we use nouns as an example, we want to talk about how the nouns grammatically relate to each other and to the sentence at large. In other words, if the noun is a subject, an object, a direct object, etc. So this sentence here, sentence I like to use quite a bit. It's pretty handy for explaining four major, pretty common cases. So we have Bob sent Jane Jim's letter. So if you were to switch where Bob and Jane are, or where Jane and Jim are, so where Jane's letter, the meaning of the sentence would change. In other words, the place of these nouns is important. In this case, the ending, oh sorry, I covered up quite a bit of that. The ending of the noun is important in determining and communicating the relationship of the nouns. So we'll talk about the case of the nouns in this case because it's the relationship, the grammatical relationship. So the one that comes before the verb, we'll notice, is the subject, Bob sent. So this would be a nominative case. Jane right here is the person we're sending it to, so this would be a dative case. Jim's is the possessor of the letter, so it's not the thing that's being sent, but it's the person who owns the thing. So this would be a genitive case. And letter is the thing that's being sent, so this would be the accusative case. Now a lot of languages, for example Latin, would actually have a different ending for each of these usages. So putting Bob in the place where Jane is wouldn't actually change. If we switched these places, it wouldn't actually change the meaning. You'd have to change the ending of Bob to be like whatever the ending of Jane is in Latin. In English, we don't do that for most of the cases. Genitive is kind of an exception here. We have this apostrophe S, but you understand the idea. The idea is that grammatical case is essentially the function of a noun or an adjective, usually, in a sentence.